Tomorrow, the U.S. Supreme Court will be hearing arguments in a case that could affect Oregon and Washington voters. It's a case involving ballots that arrive in elections offices after Election Day. It's a Mississippi case involving ballots that arrive in those offices after Election Day, but it would affect similar laws in 13 other states, including here. The lawsuit argues that the federal law made in the 1800s set one day for the election for president and Congress, and that it requires ballots be received by that date. Now, again, our states are among those that count mail ballots postmarked by Election Day and received by elections offices days later. Our Ariel Salk joining us live from downtown Portland at this hour. Ariel, you talked with Oregon's Secretary of State today. He's head of elections in the state. What did he have to say about all this?
Well, he says if we lose this grace period, people's voices will not be heard. Oregon's postmark law passed in 2021, allowing ballots mailed on Election Day to count as long as they are received up to 7 days after Election Day. The Oregon Secretary of State says it ensures that every vote cast on time gets counted.
We want more people with the ability to express themselves, to hold politicians and government accountable, and sometimes that takes a little while. But if you've cast your ballot by Election Day, as indicated by that postmark, your ballot should count.
But counting ballots after Election Day has been a target of President Donald Trump since the 2020 election. He and other opponents of mail-in ballots argue it delays results and leads to suspicions about the vote count. If the U.S. Supreme Court decides the grace period after Election Day is illegal, Oregon's law will no longer be in effect.
We will follow the Constitution and the law as interpreted by the legislature, by Congress, by the courts. But it's a challenge if those rules change in the middle of an election cycle.
While the court hears oral arguments Monday, it will not make a ruling for perhaps months. If they decide the grace period violates federal law, it's out of the state's hands.
I imagine that Congress could set some sort of national standard, but again, I don't think that's likely to happen before the May election, which is just several weeks away now.
And there's this. The U.S. Postal Service told Congress recently it is having more money troubles that could mean that ballots mailed last minute may not get date stamped in time or delivered to election offices on time.
All the same security checks, all the protocols, all the controls are in place. We just need to get it on time. And if the post office is having trouble with that, they got a lot of other challenges. That shouldn't mean that someone doesn't get to vote. That's not fair.
Now, so the Supreme Court will be hearing these opening arguments tomorrow, 7 a.m. our time. Now, no cameras are allowed inside, but they will be streaming live audio. We do have a link to that on our website at KOIN.com. Reporting live in Southeast Portland, Ariel Salk, KOIN 6 News.